the Dwight L. Perry Stadium in Bowling Green, Ohio. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Toledo Rockets and the Bowling Green Falcons. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, I caught up with the Toledo head coach before the game. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Rockets offense that has the first possession of the game. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time.
Turning it on! Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. Out of the gun, the running back has it. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They go right back to him. Got room to work. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to...
Caught, and he will score! Touchdown, Rockets! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he's going to bring this one out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So the Bowling Green Falcons offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. There's Tramell Jones Jr. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Off-play action on first down. That's caught. It's Little. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Baldwin. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Jones to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Here's the pressure. Fires to the big fella. Crosses the 45. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Could not make his way to the corner.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
The Falcons line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Breaks into the open. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the 2nd drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Fires to the tight end. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. The Rockets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Toledo. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's the end of the period, and it's Toledo holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dive.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And the Falcons decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Got it near midfield. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Scrambling away. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. And the Rockets will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Bowling Green's offense will take the field to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Oh, they're after him! And they got him.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Jones wants to throw it. Snagged out of the air. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. The Falcons send out the punt unit. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Rockets offense looks primed and ready to launch on this drive. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Pocket breaking down, and down he goes.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays, exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
The give on the option. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Rockets will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the run, it's Baldwin. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Jones to throw. He's going for it all. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcon. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He stopped at the 27-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route run. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's got an open man. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Rockets will snap it on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Throws to the wideout. Has it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Rockets.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Dan, let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of...
He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Jones wants to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go back to the air on second down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Leaping grab for a big gain. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's Oklahoma State in front on the scoreboard and atop their conference standings. And it's hardly too early to dream big. This team is closing in on a 6-0 start. Could be a special season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now back to your game in Bowling Green. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And of course his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Rockets will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Checking in with Coach George at the half, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Jones to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They boot it away. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Rockets offense looks ready to go on this drive. He wants to change this route. Rides the back and leaves it. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield, it's long. Oh, he's got some space. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's long. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's long. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here comes the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Rockets will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. They're backed up 1st and 10 from their own 1. First up, they've got to avoid disaster. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start off offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Little. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. And the Falcons come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Woodyard. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Falcons have their offense in high gear. Quick release on the RPO. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Caught behind the line. It's Little. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Stepping to the right. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And hold up just a second as we check on the injured player. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
Over the middle. Gain of 24.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Holds and fires complete to the right.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
The Rockets have it with a 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
1st and goal, Toledo.
And the Rockets kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And as we head for the 4th period, both of these quarterbacks have put up some numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Toledo! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Weaver. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Right down the middle. With the catch, it's Weaver. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Running inside, it's Baldwin. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
At the 40, but, and he's got room. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. To throw, it's Grimes. Under fire. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. From the gun. Bringing the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Got it in the middle. It's Little. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Turning it on. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Falcons.
And that's how you bail your offense out, David. In a goal-to-go situation, you're going backwards here a little bit, but you've got a quarterback that can take the game over with his legs. Great job scrambling for the touchdown.
I mean, it's uncanny. He's just got a knack, and it's so frustrating to play defenses against guys like this that just, I've got the right defense dialed up. I'm there to make a play for my team, but he's too good, and he makes a guy miss, and he takes it to the end zone. This guy's just an absolute headache.
Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Rockets. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Getting set for the point after. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green's offense will take the field to start the drive. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Grimes. Grabbed in the middle, it's Little. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Falcons with the 1st and 10. Off play action. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds his back in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Falcons racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, BG! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple of bad decisions, a couple of great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking the shots. He's not backing down, and he's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
Got it behind the line. It's long. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. They'll run play action. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got him downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Quarterback may change this route. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Toledo! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Defense looks like they're coming. He's taking a deep shot. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the back. Scanning the field, it's Grimes. He's got him in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.